It's that time of year where we're loofing around in the grow room. And I know a lot of us are very afraid of starting our loofahs indoors, but many of us need as much time as we can possibly get, especially if you're going to grow some of these huskies. And so I'm here to tell you it can be done. You can transplant your loofahs. You just need to be extra careful and extra gentle. The roots don't like to be disturbed, so prep everything as much as you can before you go moving them around. Let me show you what we're up to and what we're doing with our huskies. True to form, we save the best seeds from our most ideal looking loofah, and that's what we use for the following year. So, a bag full of huge husky loofah seeds from last year is what we've tapped into for this year. So these are mature husky seeds. They are smooth and firm and plump. So even though they are light in color, these are exactly what you were looking for since we planted the same looking seeds last year. We know it's a genuine husky. So what have we done? We have filled up our cells with some potting soil and some perlite, and we have just stuck our little loofah seeds inside each cell upright. No soaking, no clipping, no fuss, no high stakes here. It is just literally putting your loofah seed in its little bed. And then of course we're going to add a little bit of soil on top of there to tuck them all in. And then we're going to stick them in the most sunny area we can. We have some grow lights, so we're just going to go ahead and add them in. And within just a few days, I'm talking like 3 to 5 days, we are going to start to see germination. That is typical. And by typical, I mean most of this tray should be popping on up within that first 5 days. If for some reason you're seeing cells that are still empty within 10 to 14 days after planting your husky seeds, I would go ahead and maybe check on that seed, see if it's doing anything. If it's not, put in a fresh seed. We have a very, very high germination rate with our husky seeds, but I cannot say it's 100%. So if that happens, don't keep waiting. Make sure you go ahead and give that soil a fresh seed to go with. All of our husky seeds, we are starting 2 months in advance of our designated transplant date of the first week of May. All of our other loofah seeds, we start 1 month in advance. Now, why are we doing this with the huskies? The huskies themselves get to be like giant watermelons on the vine. And as you can imagine, that takes a little bit longer for all of that water and gourd meat to dry and form the scrub fibers. So we are testing this year with going a 2-month-old transplant and seeing how they handle it. Now here's why I like to go about 1 month. By 1 month, you have your first leaves, but then you have your first true vine leaf. For all of our other loofahs, that is how it has been. And then at that point, after your first vine leaf, the vine starts to want to grow. So with these huskies, we're probably going to see a little bit of vine action because they're going to be a little bit older, which means you need to be even more careful when we transplant these. It can be done, just extra care and being very gentle with the roots. So strap in, because we got huskies to grow. Keep loofing around, and if you're trying to grow some that you got from us too, now's the time to start taking notes and get excited. Thanks for loofing. All right, Aloe and Ginger, you take care of our little baby loofah huskies.